Okay, when we get into Adobe Spark, we can then select whether we're using Adobe Spark Post, Adobe Video, or we can also use the Adobe Spark pages as well. So at the top here, we've got our Adobe Spark Post, which is where we create our flyers or our posters that we want to make. So selecting a new one there, it'll then open the new post for you, and it comes up with a clear blank canvas for you to start with. What you do have a selection of different templates that you can use. So these are already preloaded, so you can use these to edit and add in your own photos or text as you see fit for your activity or for what you're wanting to show your audience. We're going to start with a blank one for now, and we're going to show you just how we can add our different text, photos, icons, and the logos as well. So I'm just going to create a new text box. We can start from scratch, or we can use again one of the pre-made templates that are already on there. So let's start with a nice template, and by double clicking on it, okay, so once we've done that, we can then move that where we want it to be on our poster. I'm clicking on it. Sorry, if I double click on it, it opens the text again. But if I click on it, and then I've got my list of different options that I can do with my text then. So initially I can change the font, and I can change the font on both examples. I can go to the color and change the color on both, and it allows me to edit the shape of the different levels of text, and I can also add different effects to the text, so you'll be able to create anything that you'll need to do. So next we're going to add a photo, and we can upload a photo directly from our computer or Chromebook where we may have downloaded them. There's a bank of free photos, so for this one we're just going to look at anything they've already got in schools. So we can add this as a photo. It doesn't matter that it's already taken over some of my page, because what I'm able to do is I can reorder the different pictures, and I can also change the level of clarity of the picture as well. So from there I can see that it's given me a nice background for my work. As well as being able to do that, we can also edit the photos to change using the different filters, or if we want to add pictures of people, we can also blur the photos of them as well. So we'll just add another photo of the little boy learning. So from there, what I don't want to do though is I don't want all this in the background, so we're also able to remove the background on it. And then what that will hopefully do is allow us to see then that we've got more of our background taken away, and then we can just crop out the part that we want. So we'll just have the little boy working, and we'll move him down at the bottom of the page. So from there then, I can also add another text box. I just want a blank text with all of my information on, and then that can fit in. And again, we can edit that and change the different style of the writing, the size to make sure that it fits with what we're doing. The icons that we can add. So if I want to put a background on something, we have a list of different pictures or shapes that we can use. So if we do a square, put the square in, change the color of it, and in doing this, we'll be able to create different icons. We can create those to fit on with our work. The nice thing is it'll always give us the lines that show us when things are lined up properly. So from there we can use those images then. Again, we can reorder them if we want to, and create any shapes and drawings that we need to go on to our work. We can also, from there, if we want to, we can add in that logo. So I can have a look. So I can add my logo to that work to show that it's me that's created it. And again, I can send that back. We'll make sure it stays on top, just so that I'm having some publishing rights, so that I'm making sure that I'm seen as the person that's created it. And then we're also, from our writing, we can add in some different effects. And make it more visually pleasing for whoever's looking at it. So once we've got it completed, we can then add animations, so that if we're using it as a GIF or something that we're adding to a website, we can make it a little bit more interesting, so that whoever's looking at it is going to have not just brush past it, they're going to be entertained by what's going on, and then hopefully will take on more of the information that you're showing them. If we then want to share it, we can download it as the video. If it's got the animations on, we can download it as a PNG. So if we've got areas of the background that we want to remain transparent, we can download it as a PNG. A JPEG will save it as an image, and a PDF will also save it as an image that you can send anywhere. And when you download it, it'll save it directly into whichever folder you usually keep things on. So if it's a Chromebook, it will save it on there, or we can save it onto our Google Drive as well. If we want to share it, so if we want a wider audience, we'll need to publish our image, and then we'll also be able to post that directly onto Facebook or Twitter, if that's what we're using it for. We can post it to our classroom if we want, or we can just save it as a link. So from there, we just try to share it again, and then get the link. I'd then be able to use this link and add it to anything that I want to send. Hopefully you'll have more luck than I do, but similar to the way Google works, anything that we've created, once we go back home, will then be automatically saved into our Adobe Spark Home anyway. So you can go back in and edit these, or by clicking on the three dots, you can just download it straight away. And you can also share these with others to be able to collaborate with other members of your class as well. So if you're working on a project with 2 or 3 people, the same with all of the Adobe projects, you can do that with a poster, a web page, or a Spark video.